Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Hillary Clinton's campaign manager, John Podesta, attends weird occult dinner parties where blood, semen and breast milk are used in ritualistic ceremonies. No, this isn't a fake news story, it's absolutely real. And there you were thinking Podesta's UFO obsession was his weirdest hobby. In an email dated June 28, 2015, performance artist Maria Abramovich wrote to Podesta's brother Tony and said, "I'm so looking forward to the spirit cooking dinner at my place. Do you think you will be able to let me know if your brother is joining?" Tony Podesta then forwarded the email to John Podesta, asking him, "Are you in NYC Thursday, July the 9th? Marina wants you to come to dinner." Here's Marina inviting Podesta directly. So what is spirit cooking? It's basically a Wiccan ceremony where blood is used to create some form of art as a sacrament to occult beliefs. This video shows Abramovich mixing together thickly congealed blood as the recipe for the painting, which is comprised of the words, "With a sharp knife cut deeply into the middle finger of your left hand, eat the pain." Spirit cooking is also an occult practice used during sex cult rituals, as explained in the book Spirit Cooking with Essential Aphrodisiac Recipes. According to Maria Abramovich, if the ritual is performed in an art gallery, it's merely art. But if the ritual is performed privately, as it was with the Podestas, then it represents an intimate spiritual ceremony. Here's Abramovich posing with a goat's head dripping in blood, a representation of the occult symbol Baphomet, which is used by numerous secret societies like Freemasonry and the Knights Templar. Here she is at a spirit cooking event with Lady Gaga, eating something with a spoon that's smeared all over the body of a mock corpse. Here she is with a pentagram carved into her stomach. But townhall.com says that all this is perfectly normal and we just all need to calm down. So how is Hillary tied to all this insane weirdness? Well, for one, Podesta is her campaign chairman and they move in the same circles. Maria Abramovich was invited to Hillary's campaign launch, and Hillary herself is also known to be into bizarre paranormal practices. Clinton used to hold seances in the White House to try and contact dead people like Eleanor Roosevelt and Mahatma Gandhi. Bill Clinton's book also talks about how him and Hillary used to participate in voodoo rituals in Haiti. Hillary's mentor is Saul Alinsky, who in his book Rules for Radicals praises Lucifer. Should it really surprise us that FBI agents refer to Hillary Clinton as the Antichrist? How did the Clinton campaign respond to the spirit cooking scandal? They blamed Vladimir Putin. Yes, they actually blamed Vladimir Putin. And if you thought that was weird enough, I haven't even talked about the accusations of child trafficking and pedophilia, which some claim is coded into the Podesta emails under the guise of types of food. This is some serious Bohemian Grove, eyes wide shut, satanic style malarkey. Would you really want these kind of people in control of the nuclear codes? So John Podesta, Hillary's top guy, likes to engage in occult rituals involving pig's blood, semen, and urine, while Donald Trump likes to eat ice cream. But according to the media, who have refused to cover this story, Donald Trump is the weird, creepy, dangerous one. So Trump talked about pussy 10 years ago, and that was a national scandal. Clinton campaign insiders involved in satanic rituals as of last year. Meh, who cares?
You know, we've had a lot of heavy news this week. We began with things like racketeering and corruption. We're ending the week with revelations about satanic connections, pedophile groups. Let's take it a little bit easy for a moment. You know, there was a story that came up on the Drudge Report, I think it was yesterday, showing this monkey choosing a presidential candidate. They had a couple of standees of Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, and they let the monkey pick which one as an indicator of who was going to win the election. You know, kind of like a Punxsutawney Phil, you know, on Groundhog Day. And when I saw it, I thought that was very interesting. But, you know, I looked at it and I thought there wasn't any explanation on the monkey. And I thought, where is this coming from? I know that I've been in Chinese restaurants, you know, the really fine restaurants where they give you a paper menu thing in front of you that's got all the different zodiac animals. There's 12 of them, like the year of the monkey, year of the dragon, year of the rabbit, that sort of thing. Then there's also some modifiers. And so they have 5 modifiers, like metal, earth, wind, fire, that type of thing. So it's actually got a 60-year cycle. We haven't had this year of the monkey, the fire monkey, since 1956. So 2016 is the year of the fire monkey. And when you look at it, it says the fire monkey is ambitious, adventurous, and irritable. I thought, oh, that's Donald Trump. Ambitious, adventurous, and irritable. But, it's also kind of like maybe as in, you're fired. But Hillary Clinton has got more monkeys than that on her side. When Drudge linked to this story, he linked directly to Getty Images. And that link disappeared. And it actually disappeared off the Drudge Report for a while. And then it reappeared with another article. Somebody had embedded the Getty Images into their article. So he linked to that again. This is kind of a funny story. And I thought, why would they take down a link that Drudge had sent to that? All right, most people want Drudge traffic, right? But not the mainstream media if it says something positive about Donald Trump, evidently. Because, see, Donald Trump may have one monkey on his side, but Hillary Clinton's got three important monkeys on her side. The see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil monkeys. That's the monkeys that are on Hillary Clinton's side. And that's how they're monkeying with this election. Okay, let's take a look at the pollsters. We're constantly told that Hillary Clinton has got it all sewn up. First, she had this massive lead, according to the pollsters, even though we've got all these other metrics that show that's not the case. Of course, we got the situation with the massive crowds that show up for Donald Trump's rallies. But then we have other things like this. We've got, and this was reported by CNN, first we had one high school in Minnesota, and then we had a statewide referendum, and this was actually talked about by Don Lemon and Kayleigh McEnany by talking about 77,000 high school students in Minnesota selecting Donald Trump. Now, that's significant. See, when you have high school students selecting that, that's usually representative of what they're hearing at home. It does a very good job of representing what the parents are saying. Perhaps more so than these so-called scientific polls, because the scientific polls don't include the unlikely voters. See, and that's going to give us, I think, an unlikely result, but it can be stolen. But we've got all these other metrics. We've got the AI algorithm that we reported on this last week. We've got other non-polling algorithms that look at it. And then, of course, we see the massive numbers of people switching from Democrat to Republican in places like Pennsylvania. The massive numbers of new voters, people who've never voted in their lives, all these different types of things, as well as a record number of votes for Donald Trump during the primary season, a record number of contributions under $200 for Donald Trump. Never seen that before. And of course, the Republican establishment has not given a cent to Donald Trump. They've given $50 million to Mitt Romney, to John McCain in the last two presidential cycles. They gave nothing to Donald Trump, and they spent nothing to attack Hillary Clinton. Think about that for a moment. The establishment Republican Party spent $0 to attack Hillary Clinton. I think that's really a $50 million contribution to Hillary Clinton. But when we look at this, I think we see that, and of course, there's also another story from Drudge about where do the pollsters and the journalists lie? Okay, we've had a lot of revelations in the last couple of weeks, going through and looking how journalists, reporters, news editors, so forth, what percentage of them are contributing to Democrats and Republicans? Well, it's about 96% contribute to the Democrats. But in this particular story that was linked by Drudge, they went through and they drilled down to the survey organizations. And guess what? We start out with SurveyMonkey. There's the monkeys again, okay? NBC SurveyMonkey, $0 to Trump. 96% of their contributions go to Democrat candidates, okay? The chief executive officer of SurveyMonkey, $72,000 to Clinton, $30,000 to the DNC in 2016, $100,000 from their CEO. SurveyMonkey's senior VP of global sales, $65,000 to Clinton, $30,000 to the DNC. Both of them, about $100,000, okay? ABC News. Okay, they've got 100% of their political contributions go to Democrat candidates. Reuters, 100% to Democrats, and so forth and so on. See, these guys are monkeying with the results. They tell us that Donald Trump doesn't have a chance. And as I pointed out before, look at the crowd situation. Hillary Clinton is getting such minuscule crowd. She's got emails talking about how if it's less than 100 people, absolutely no cameras or recording devices. Okay, that's the kind of crowds she and Bill Clinton are playing to. That's one of the key things when we had this contest of people with the Bill Clinton rape T-shirt. One of the most valuable things about that was that as these people were being taken out of the venue, the camera would pan around and you could actually see the size of the crowd that the media will not report. Just take a look at this Miami concert that we had this last week. Jennifer Lopez warming up for Hillary Clinton, and they don't say how many people are there. With Jennifer Lopez, putting her fanny out there in this suggestive pose, okay, that it would flip out the Democrats, and yet all they say is a crowd of thousands. That's the way they're monkeying with the elections.
My fellow Americans, my fellow humans on planet Earth, there is an epic, legendary awakening of nationalism and populism happening from the Brexit to the Donald Trump phenomenon to Russia pulling out of the New World Order and arresting the bankster oligarchs. Humanity's will for self-determination and freedom is expressing itself. The great classical liberalisms of Thomas Jefferson and Francis Bacon are reawakening right now. And it's because of the historical times we live in that Infowars is going to embark on an unprecedented 52-hour broadcast. We've done 24-hour broadcasts before, but we've never gone 52 hours. This Monday, from 11 a.m. Central, right through Tuesday, right into Wednesday, when the Wednesday show ends at 3 p.m. Central, we will broadcast for an unprecedented, legendary, over-the-top 52 hours live. The second great awakening is taking place. We are in the dawn of a new era of renaissance, of rediscovery and human liberty. Donald Trump, the Brexit, Infowars, Matt Drudge, Breitbart, WorldNet Daily, and so many others are only one small manifestation in the fire of liberty that is now exploding across the globe. You can see it in the news. You can feel it. You can witness it on the street. History's happening. They always say this election is the most important in our lifetimes, and we laugh it off. I wouldn't even get involved in past elections because they were so clearly frauds. This one's the big kahuna. A clear demarcation line, a crossroads between nationalism and tyranny, between Americanism and globalism. That's why we're doing this one time and one time only, because history's happening. A 52-hour live transmission kicking off Monday, November 7th, 2016 at 11 a.m., running right through Election Day the 8th, into the night at 3 p.m. and quite frankly beyond. It's historical, and it's part of overthrowing the dinosaur media, not just overthrowing the two-party corrupt system. I want to see 10 million viewers tune in over the 50-plus hours, and that's where you come in. You are the heart and blood of the InfoWar. If you spread the link to Infowars.com/show and point out that this is the alternative new media, this is the rebellion, this is the modern Paul Revere operation, then all of you are riding right beside us, not behind us. So spread the word, my Paul Reveres, no matter where you live in the world. To information warfare arms, the globalists are coming, and they will be met on the field. Infowars.com, powered by 1776.